Welcome, everyone. I'm Ebony White from the Buffalo Center for Health Equity, and I welcome you to Black Mamas, the fight to be heard. This is in partnership with Jericho Road Healthcare Center in our effort to increase the access and the experience and the outcomes that Black mamas in our community have. You'll hear from those who have stepped to the forefront to actually become doulas and support the experience that Black women have. Then you'll also hear from some moms and Black mamas that have had some experiences that really needed their voices to be amplified in the room. However, systemically, their voices continue to fall on deaf ears. We're here together to amplify those voices. And then also take a look at what is happening in the mind of an already community of Black and brown women who are disenfranchised and silenced through systemic racism. What's happening to us because of our social determinants of health and our mental wellness. And as we try to combat that and continue to build our communities that are strong, that are thriving, and are optimal for our success. No longer will we just be surviving here. Welcome to Black Mamas. If you could change one thing about your experience, what would you choose?
I think just the amount of preparation that women have before they get pregnant. I feel like people tell you, oh, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. But honestly, like there's nothing that really compares to actually being pregnant and really going through it. I wish somebody had really like sat me down and talked about this is what my journey looked like from start to finish. It's very different when you're kind of going through it on your own. And I did have like really good family support from my mom, my sister. So I felt like I had that, but still it was a lot of me figuring out, well, what did I want out of a doctor? You know, did I want to go like a home birth route? Could I do a home birth route? What is can I get a doula? Like, is that even covered? So it was a lot of those types of things that, you know, I had no idea about. And of course, before getting pregnant, nobody even sits you down to think about, like, let's talk about what this could look like for your future. So I think that would be something I would do differently, would be to even just start thinking about that stuff you know.
Right, before.
Yeah.
Before you are expecting, that you have some expectation of what to expect.
Right. I think originally what I had always wanted was like a midwife.
Okay.
But if you're high risk, they want you in a hospital. And I had a condition that kind of, you know, they were leaning towards, you know, a hospital birth would make sense. And then I do think that there wasn't really much talk about mind, body, spirit. I'm very much like holistic. So I was like, I don't want to take any meds. I don't want to get to the point where I'm gonna have to do a C-section. Like everything has to be natural, like placenta encapsulated, like everything. I had an idea of kind of what I wanted after a while, after doing my own personal research, but nobody really did correlate, you know, mind, body, spirit, how is this all working together? I just kind of knew from my own research, like, you know, whatever I'm feeling is gonna affect the baby.
So you mentioned going through a lot already when you're pregnant, and it may not just be due to pregnancy. What are some things that I think that are in plain sight that sometimes get overlooked? Just as Black mamas, as they prepare to have children, what are some things that you think possibly are being overlooked?
I think that, so this could go a number of different ways, right? So I think the relationship that you are in or not in, and how that's affecting you. I think, you know, when other people talk to you about it, or maybe if people are aware of what's happening, there's not enough weight placed on how that is affecting the mom, in my opinion, and in turn, even the baby, right? Because it really is about, she's trying to bring a life into this world. I think people have to really understand like what a fragile state a mom to be is in, right? And not fragile from the sense that like, oh, like she's creating a life, she's bringing it forth, obviously, so it's a strong body, but like the emotional state is something I don't think people quite understand. And obviously, like a lot of people have said like, oh, I've been there, I've done it, you know, you can get through it too. So they've been through the pregnancy itself, but I think one, everybody's emotional state is different. Everybody's capacity to handle emotions, deal with them, process them is different. But also just that understanding of like, do you not remember, what it was like for you to be pregnant? Maybe you had to put all that to the side, but why would we teach the next generation to deal with the same thing, right? So I think a lot of the emotional piece gets overlooked, and the desire of the moms, right? And the working together between the moms and the doulas. Maybe it has gotten better from my time. I feel like there was like a little bit of pushback. And I think that's something that could be more integrated, kind of like, well, this mom really does not want to have to go this route. How can we mitigate having to give her the medication, the cascade of interventions? And I think that's also really hard because each industry has their own desires.
I can say like a little bit story because in my country, I saw my neighbor suffer.
What country?
Kenya. She was pregnant. And then when she went to the hospital, when she was in labor, she didn't have a doula. And the nurse and doctor treat her so bad until she died with her baby.
So both her baby,
Mm-hmm.
her and her baby,
Yeah,
lost their lives.
yeah.
Some of the things that happened or didn't occur in her treatment.
I think like nursing, they wasn't treat her so good, like the way she deserved to.
So how long have you been here in the US?
I've been here, it's been 2 years, almost 3 years.
Okay. And so you decided to embark on maternal health journey and being a part of it.
Yeah.
But really not just being a part of it, improving it.
Yeah.
What's your why?
Because I can say my mom, she was a midwife in my country. And I was so hard the way she was helping people. I was feeling so good because I really like to help people, especially Black people. And when I come here, I saw Black people as my color. We are all dark. And I feel like we are family. I feel that I have to stand for moms, especially Black moms, because I really want them to be treated good, like our humans. They deserve better. And I just want them to be happy with their family.
Hi, Barry.
Hi.
I'm glad that you decided to just share a little bit of your story. And you've elected these couple of questions. And I'm going to start with, how would you best describe your maternal health journey?
Roller coaster.
Okay. And like roller coasters, there's highs and lows.
Yeah, it was smooth sailing and then it was very bumpy at times.
Okay.
So the journey was a journey. So the bumpy spots came in with like mental health. I want to say you think you got it all together. And you like, okay, I can do this. Like, I'm not a first-time mom. I have a 10-year-old. So I just had another one 10 years later. So in my head, it's like, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I've been here. I've been here, done this. I'm naturally good with kids. People speak on depression. I didn't think that it existed for me. Because I don't want to say I really experienced it with my first. I may have, but I guess it's different levels. A month, I probably was like, oh, I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm pregnant, things are going good. And then the next month, I can't get out the bed, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't take care of myself, like just the tender loving care that we need. Like it started to kind of like sink in that I was going through like a mental type of warfare. And that's the roller coaster. I'm back to sleep deprived, eat deprived, just, you know.
At that time, you were interfacing with your providers.
I shut them out.
Okay.
I shut them out. I didn't notice that I did at first.
Okay.
But I had a great support system. I had 2 doulas. I had the father of my second, he was there. Like, I didn't lack in the needing my partner support. Put myself in a program, Buffalo Prenatal. They are a very big help. It's another, like, just support that I had helped me connect me with resources, any resources I needed. If I lacked, with me now transitioning from working to not working because of maternity and everything, waiting for that to pick up, they would help me with anything I needed, anything my kids needed, even my 10-year-old. But when it came to a time for me to reach out, when I needed for, like, myself, like, mental, even my doulas, they will tell me, we'll come over, we'll help you clean, watch the baby, just, get some rest. Or if you need me to come, before I had her to do back counter pressure and all that good stuff, I didn't use them when I should have, because mentally I just felt like, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be too much. It's gonna be, a lot to, like, put on somebody else with my burdens, and then I'm moody. Sometimes you just don't realize, like, hey, I'm here, use it. And you don't realize that you can. Not that you don't realize that you have it, but you don't realize that it's okay to use those resources. And I struggle with that a lot. And I still struggle with it. And she's 1 year old now. Like, just don't struggle with silence. That's the only, like, once you don't struggle with silence, everything will fall in place. Because it's like, it literally takes a, hey, I need you, hey, I need help, for everything to kind of fall in place. Like, I do it. I'm getting better with not struggling so silently. And I notice when I do unsilence myself, everything kind of just fall into place. And we need that. That's really, everything kind of just, domino effect. Just not be quiet. That's it.
Thank you so much, Rich. I love you, because this was courage today.
No problem.
All right, look, it's okay. Look, you did that.
Thank you.